Hello again. Got another video. It's like it won't stop. The consistency is so strong. It's like I have to tell myself to not do them rather than to actually do them. Where the consistency now by this point, it really has been for a while now. It's gotten to a point where I'm telling myself to not do these things rather than actually do them. This might actually be a shorter video than expected. I want to talk about like my routine. That I know that I want to stop hiding and staying in the bedroom all day. I do go out, but for the most part, I'll just stay at home because I'm working up towards the gym instructor course. Things really are going to take a turn for the better once I've passed my practical driving test as well. But in order for this to happen, I have to change things. I have to understand that I'm not yet where I'd like to be, in that there's a lot of work. I pause when I just said that because I know how powerful the mind is, and if I carry on saying things like that, then those thoughts that I genuinely believe, such as that one, if I weren't to question it, that would physically manifest itself into my actions, and then the cycle would just carry on. Getting stronger and stronger. I'm more stuck because I would have practiced that way of thinking more consistently. I've now started to change how I think drastically now, because I'm now no longer starting to think in a just make a start mentality. It's now a lot more than that. And there was a video of a woman talk about her seeing a life lesson in her trying to make bangs, and she was talking about no surface level fixes are going to work if you have a faulty foundation. And me coming here consistently twice a day could be a surface level fix. It really could be, and I believe this could be the case because I've come here to think rather than actually sort things out at the center where I be home for the most part. I don't know how to sort it out, and I think if I am to find it extremely difficult, such as not wanting to push past that stress I experienced whilst learning the gym instructor course material, it'd be because of the foundations that I've set, or lack thereof rather. Because when I was just about to leave and come back here the second time, I thought, what sort of foundations do I have? And I couldn't come up with an answer. I didn't say it, but I was referring specifically to what I do off camera. In terms of what I do off camera. In terms of what I do on camera, the routine and the foundation is set. Very, very, very clearly set. But I don't know how I'd make a solid routine that works for me off camera. And it's not nice. It's really not nice not having that foundation in place. Ideally, it's already there, and I just follow that route, that structure that I have in place over and over and over and over and over again. But that's just not how life works if you haven't set it. And I have to set it now. That just make a start mentality, that genuinely could be the route of this main issue of trying to increase my productivity. That has helped me up to this point, but it's now an issue. It's something that has to be solved. I believe this is the case because it really doesn't seem like I'm getting anywhere far in terms of my productivity off camera whilst thinking this way. And I've noticed that when I've had that have a productive session mentality, my actions physically manifested itself when I decided, no, I'm not going to wait any longer. I will have a productive session. Maybe that's it, and that's what I'm looking for. A mindset change. Making a start is absolutely amazing, but in order to carry on progressing, I really believe you can only think that way for so long. And I personally need to consistently work my way out of that way of thinking. I've been thinking that way for a very long while because I was setting foundations in terms of my exercise journey, and I'm exercising consistently now. I work out very consistently, and I've been training, coming to the gym twice a day. I absolutely don't recommend people to do that, but this is where I have my fun. Seems like this is where I can come and think in peace, especially when no one's here. That genuinely may be the root. That just make a start mentality. Instead, it's time to grow past this and now think about having a productive session, and then therefore allow my actions to physically manifest itself from those thoughts. Allow those thoughts and that mindset to allow me to do what's necessary to further improve my situation. Because this isn't it. I don't like this anymore. I don't want to be in this just make a start mentality anymore. It absolutely has helped, but I only believe that can only help so much. That just make a start. I need to grow out that just make a start mentality. If I'm a personal trainer, how can I teach people? How can I have the audacity to tell people that I'm just making a start as a personal trainer? If I want to be a personal trainer, surely I know quite a lot, not necessarily everything, but a lot about my field, a lot about what I'm doing. But then here I am, having this just make a start mentality. Mentally, even though I may not look it right now, I do feel a sense of peace mentally. I feel very calm mentally. I know it doesn't look it. I know it absolutely did not look it. In my head, I can think, what the fuck is going on? What am I doing? Because those were the thoughts that just went on in my mind impulsively. But now I'm having to change. It's time for change. On day 141, I said I'm done putting in the bare minimum, but it's day 183 now, and I'm having to tell myself again that it's time to think about having productive days rather than just making a start. I know the idea of doing the bare minimum and using the tick box system I got from Hamza, but that way of thinking is outdated. Or if I may have got it from before, I may do, I may not have, but I really do remember getting it from Hamza. Probably because of all of the tactics that are being used on the channel he's running to maintain engagement. and it has worked, so fair enough. But that just make a start mentality, that can't run, not anymore. And I could feel at peace knowing that I genuinely am trying to go on a journey of growing in my life rather than teaching other people how to grow. Because that means then I can actually keep on improving my life, and then other people can see, other people who watch, who aren't me, can see any messages they may be able to take, which I might not even see myself, but they might see it, and then they'll be able to use what they hear here in their lives personally. I'm not looking to be motivation, I'm not looking to be inspiration, and ever since the start of the journey, I don't think I ever have been. I'm looking to be proof, not only to other people, but more importantly myself, that if you just put in even 5 seconds every single day and have something to show publicly every single day, even if it's 5 seconds, you will be able to live the life you truthfully want to lead. 5 seconds every single day for years will not cut it. However, it's just the start. But in saying that, we can only stay in that way of thinking for so long. And I think I've outgrown it. Some people might not have, but I think I have. It's been less than 6 months on this journey, and although I have learned quite a bit, it's time to change. It's time to change further. It's not time to just make a start every single day, because that just make a start mentality will mean I could put in 5 or maybe even 1 minute of effort off camera, and then I think that's okay, because all I'd be focusing on doing is making a start. In my opinion, that is now unacceptable, and it's something that must be changed. I might find it difficult. I really might find it tough. I absolutely might find it frustrating, just like how I found it frustrating for a month straight in order to achieve the LSAT. But I understand, just with achieving the double unders, the forward roll, and now as I'm on my way to the LSAT and starting to experience the sense of reward from trying to do that exercise, I understand that I absolutely must, at all costs, push through that frustration. And for me personally, the frustration I have to push through is the stress that I experienced whilst learning the gym instructor course material. I absolutely can do it through other ways, of course. It's not black and white. But that's the way how I'm seeing the thing that I want to work on. I'll feel a lot more at peace knowing that I actually am doing what I want to do, and proving to myself that I actually am becoming more valuable to the world through learning that material and eventually taking the exams, and then eventually being hired and working under Isaac's wing. I think that's what I'll work on then. That just make a start mentality needs to go. It needs to go. It's an issue. It's something that must be solved. And the way how I plan to solve it is pushing through the stress when I was learning the gym instructor course material, and basically just being out of the bedroom for the most part of the day, because that's a place where you sleep, really, not try and be productive and sleep. There must be a healthy separation for environments, The bedroom's for sleeping. Outside is to do what you want to do, not the bedroom. It's like I genuinely just can't do it. I can't focus on what I set myself off camera if I'm in the bedroom, whereas in the garden now I absolutely can. And I have to push through those mental barriers and build the mental strength to be able to not only do the stuff on camera to the extent I do them in, but also do the stuff off camera. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But yeah, that just make a start mentality, it's on its way to being solved. Not going to, it's on its way to being solved. I'm on the way to solving it, and I'm on the way to instead thinking of having extremely productive days. But for now, I'll leave it at that. Maybe you learned something valuable, maybe you enjoyed, maybe you were able to use this in your life, but I need to focus on having much healthier habits. I really believe that all that I've learned in the space of less than 6 months is really all that I need to create an amazing foundation in order to live the life I truthfully want to live. Although it may not be everything, but it's the large bulk of things. Now is time I have to put all of the habits together instead of doing it one by one, switching and switching. Like doing the cold showers, reading, meditating, journaling my thoughts down, writing things down that I feel grateful for, and all of that. All of these habits that I have done, even the half day off the screens, these things, I just now have to put them all together, and it's going to take time. It may take months, it may take a year, I don't know. And I really do care, but I can't force the process. I remember a basketball video on YouTube, and there was this, it was a guy wearing a black t-shirt with large white writing saying, "You can't cheat the grind." And it seems like what he's saying is true. But I'll leave it at that for now. See you lot later, yeah. I have to push through this mentality, not even frustration, this mentality. It served its purpose, but it's time to grow out of it. Just like how, as a kid, you eventually grow up and you grow out of t-shirts that you were once able to wear. You go from small to medium and medium to large. That's what's going on here in terms of mentality. That just make a start mentality is a small size t-shirt. Now it's time to get into the medium. Having a productive day. And then I don't know what the large size would be or what the XL size would be, but I will get there. I will get there, and I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I'll make sure of it. But I'll leave it at that for now, yeah. Sometimes there are gonna be times when you may not sound the most energetic, you may not sound the most interesting. But when you look back and when you reflect, you'll be able to reflect with pride, at peace, with a massive smile on your face, knowing that once upon a long time ago, you weren't at a place where you wanted to be. You weren't at a place which you considered ideal. But you can look back at feeling at peace and having a sense of pride, knowing that you pushed through those times where you weren't feeling great. You pushed through those times. You pushed through those times when you didn't have it all together. You pushed through those times when your situation wasn't what you'd consider ideal. You pushed through those times. And you can look back feeling at peace, feeling happy maybe, knowing that you've done right by yourself. And you've done really as much as you think you can when you reminisce and you look back. I don't feel angry. That's not why I'm saying it like that. But that's just how it's naturally coming out. Maybe the main thing I really want to experience is just feeling at peace because of the toxic environment that I once lived in. There was so much shouting going on, man. I didn't help either. I didn't know any better. I didn't have any mentors to teach me any better either. And even if I did, would I have listened? I'm now coming from a place where I want to change. I want to improve. And no one's trying to get me to do it. I don't want people to try and get me to improve my life. I may cut my hair just to actually get it together even further. I may actually go to the barber sooner or later, but not right now. When money's coming in big time, then cool. Or even when money's coming in my opinion, small time, what I consider small time, then cool. But for now, I'll just cut my hair. I know how to do it my damn self. I don't need to rely on barbers. I'm not dependent on barbers. I can cut my hair my damn self. And I like that sense of self-reliance. That would probably be another reason why I want to push through this make a start mentality. It's dead now. It's me having that make a start mentality has meant that I've been able to get to this point. But I think if we're speaking in terms of car gears and a manual transmission, it's time to go from gear 1 to gear 2. I'm trying to do 20 miles an hour in first gear and it's just not working. Or maybe even 50, that's probably a bit too extreme. 15 miles an hour, I'm trying to do 15 miles an hour in first gear and it's just not working. It's time to up it, go to second. Maybe even go from first to neutral for a very short time to be able to reflect and then eventually slot the gear into second, then third, fourth, or maybe go from second to fourth if I think that's even possible. But in this sort of journey, it might not be, and that might be okay. I'll consider that more than fine, because it's a process, and like that t-shirt said, you can't cheat the grind. But I'll leave it at that for now. You may not look the best all the time, but you just gotta keep it moving, really. Every day is the answer. I have something to show for every day, and trust me, you'll become greater than what you'd ever think you could become. Just like how Kobe Bryant said, and I believe him. But I'll see you a lot later, man. Let's see where I am 10 years from now. I bet it's amazing. 6 months, 1 year, or even 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 7.5, 10. We'll see. But this is where it all starts, humble beginnings. Coming to the gym twice a day, sleeping in my sister's bedroom. I mean, come on, man. Enough's enough. I'm trying to have productive days now and live the life I consider ideal, or something even more than what I'd consider an ideal life. Flying helicopters and planes, traveling the world, playing basketball, just having fun, doing calisthenics too. Having personal training courses online and that. Having a lot of money come through. Being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, being wherever I want to be, whenever I want. That sounds like a nice fucking reality to me. And I can achieve it. I'm on the way to achieving it, trust me. With all of these moves that I'm learning and all of this effort that I'm putting in on camera, it's seeping its way into what I do off camera. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. See you all later. Bye.